Vasudev and Krishna with its 100 hoods. Anantashesh has 100 hoods. And Anantashesh will cover Krishna and Vasudev so they won't get hurt by the lightning or they won't get wet. And Vasudev slowly takes Krishna to Gokul Vrindavan. And when they went to Gokul Vrindavan secretly, Vasudev exchanged the daughter of Yashodamai and Nanda Maharaj, and Vasudev will put Krishna in replacement. And as he was going back, the Yamuna River was still in two. There was like two sections, and there's like one head. There's a path ahead, and still the Yamuna did not close. So then Vasudev was surprised to see that why is the Yamuna splitting into two parts, and Vasudev will go back with the daughter of Nanda Maharaj and Yashodamai. And Vasudev, as he was going into the palace of Kamsa secretly, the gods were um, the gods were sleeping, and suddenly, because of the lightning, the cage opened. So Vasudeva was going back, and while he was closing the prison gates inside where Devaki is, the baby started crying. And you know, when a baby starts crying, it cries so loud, and then all the guards over there woke up, and they were telling Kamsa that, see, the eighth son of Devaki has born. And then Kamsa will be like, my angel of death has been born. And he takes, and he wanted to smack the baby onto a very big rock. So Devaki is crying to Kamsa, why Kamsa? It's a girl who is going to kill you. Why are you worrying? But Kamsa would not listen, and he wanted to smack the baby on a very big rock. And as he was smacking the baby on a very big rock, the baby slipped and it flew into the sky. But it was none other than the goddess of fortune, like Durga Mata. It's Durga Mata, goddess Durga Mata. And Durga Mata said to Kamsa, you can't kill me. The eighth son of Devaki is already born somewhere else. Why wasting your time? Kamsa gets very angry and gets very scared by seeing Durga Mata telling Kamsa that uh, the eighth son is already born somewhere else and he's gonna kill you. Kamsa got afraid. So yeah, and so he will coming to our topic today. Our topic today is the Puthana and how she got killed and why did she get killed. Were going to Madura. Why were they going to Madura? They are going to Madura to pay the taxes because they wanted to pay the taxes, and they had to pay the taxes in Madura. His area, so he was controlled by Kamsa. So meet Vasudev. We learned in our last class. Who is Vasudev? Vasudev is the father of Krishna. And when Nanda Maharaj was going to meet Vasudev, they were talking and they were laughing, and Nanda Maharaj was very happy listening. And Vasudev was very happy listening to what Krishna and very good care of Krishna and Balram. please go back to Gokula Vrindavan because I feel there's gonna become a very big trouble in Gokul Vrindavan. Please go back. And as Nanda Maharaj heard this, he was smiling and he was going to pay the taxes. And after paying the taxes, he was going back to Gokula Vrindavan. And he was praying that nothing should happen to Gokul Vrindavan because he heard that he heard by his own ears that Vasudev is saying I feel there's gonna be a very big trouble, a problem in Gokul Vrindavan. So he was praying that nothing should happen to Gokul Vrindavan. Is everyone understanding? I think it's a yes. So uh, he was praying that nothing should happen to Gokula Vrindavan. In our last class, we said that Durga Mata um, um, was giving a warning to Kamsa that the eighth son of Devaki is born somewhere else. So Kamsa has only demon friends. So Kamsa sent Putana, a very bad witch, and he will send Putana to kill every single child around the whole world, whoever was born in those 10 days, because Durga Mata said that he's born somewhere else. If because that time when Krishna was born, it was like that 10 days. So in that 10 days, whichever child was born, Kamsa wanted Putana to kill them all. So Putana was going to all over the world killing many children. We may get a question: is their parents allowing them to kill their own child? Well, Putana was disguised and she decorated herself so beautifully that everyone thought that she was Lakshmi Devi, incarnation of Lakshmi Devi. She decorated herself so nicely that everyone thought she was Lakshmi Devi. Because she was a witch, she can disguise herself very easily. And everyone was thinking she was Lakshmi Devi, and everyone was, you can touch my child, you can. And Putana, she wanted to give her poisonous milk. She has poisonous milk, and she gives the babies the poisonous milk so that they will die. And at the end, the parents will think, oh my god, Putana is trying to kill our child. So as Putana is killing every single child one after another, she finally comes to Gokula Vrindavan. This is where Krishna is. So as she is coming to Gokula Vrindavan, she goes killing the babies that were born in those 10 days. She goes and Putana starts killing all the babies and children that were born in those 10 days. And and she comes across Yashoda Mai's house. And at that time, Nanda Maharaj was not there. None of the cowherd men were there. Because I told you in the first of the class, Vasudev and the cowherd men went to Madura to pay the taxes. And meanwhile, Putana came to Gokula Vrindavan to kill. So Yashu and Putana just and Yashodamai was mesmerized by seeing the beauty of Putana. She was just like Lakshmi Devi. And Yashodamai was so amazed, and she was thinking, why would Lakshmi Devi to come to our house? And and she allows Putana to take Krishna, to touch Krishna. So Putana, disguised, decorated herself very nicely, and she was disguised as a witch, as a beautiful woman. She goes to Krishna and gives her poisonous milk. Putana will take Krishna and put Krishna on her lap, and will give the milk, the poisonous milk. It's not ordinary milk, it is poisonous milk to Krishna. And Krishna, with anger, Krishna will drink the milk. I think everyone understood until here. So Krishna will take the milk with anger, and Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is incarnation of Vishnu. So he was able to drink the poisonous milk. But if we were there in that, if we were there in Putana's lap and we were drinking the poisonous milk, would we be alive? Just think, if Krishna could drink the milk, he's the supreme personality of Godhead. That's why he was able to drink the milk. But if it was us, we could not. So we can see that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And as Krishna was taking the poisonous milk, after the milk was over, Krishna started taking the life of Putana. The life. He was taking the life of Putana. And as Krishna was taking the life of Putana, Putana used to Hare Krishna Bhavya. Hare Krishna Bhavya. Can you please stop drawing on the PPT, please? I would not like that to happen. Hare Krishna Bhavya. Can you please on your camera, Bhavya? Okay. So Krishna started to take the life of Putana. And as Putana was when Krishna was taking the life of Putana, Putana started crying out, "Oh child, leave me! Oh child, leave me!" And as she was crying those words, she started to she started to come to her original form. As she was coming to her original form, she she just came to her original form, and her life was is almost gone because of Krishna. And she just falls 12 miles. How much from Gokul Vrindavan? Putana will fall 12 miles. 12 miles. I would like everyone to remember how many miles did Putana fly. She falls 12 miles from Gokula Vrindavan. And as she was falling 12 miles from Gokula Vrindavan, she smashes all the trees over there. They'll come small pieces, and then she just falls. Her head and hair is scattered all over the place. And the gopis saw that Krishna was playing on the chest of Putana. Playing on the chest of Putana, they will quickly take Krishna, and they will fan Putana. They'll fan Krishna with a cow's tail. By listening to this, we can understand that the cow is so auspicious, because if we fan the cow tail to a child, the child will be protected by all sides, so nothing will happen. So for the safety of Krishna, the gopis loved Krishna. They wanted Krishna, they wanted the safety of Krishna. So the gopis and Yashoda Mai will will take will will fan the cow's tail to Krishna. So Krishna will be protected by all seven sides. I mean all sides. And like this, the cowherd men and when Nanda Maharaj were coming from Madura, they were looking, and they're looking at this big, huge human being, this lady on very big, and and Putana's teeth were like bumpy roads. Putana's nostrils were as big as very big caves. Her stomach, Putana's stomach, was dried up lakes. and her hair scattered all over the place was like red bushes on red trees, and very big trees. And she looked like that, and her arms were like two big bridges. She was very big, and she was laying on the 12 miles from Vrindavan, smashing all the trees. And the cowherd men were looking, and they were surprised. What is this? Is there any fight going on here, or what is going on? And they were just amazed by looking, and they were looking, and they did not understand what was happening. And Nanda Maharaj was going into the palace of uh, his palace, and he saw the gopis the the path of Krishna. And 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 this bath is also known as Abhishek. Krishna was bathed by Mother Yashoda. This bathing ceremony is actually called Abhishek. And even today, in Vrindavan temples and temples around the world, they on Janmashtami day they do this Abhishek. Even today, they still do the Abhishekam, because that if they do the Abhishekam to Krishna, they build they build the what we say we build the react we'll build the loving feeling and devotion. We'll and we'll build that very very hard, and so that we'll be attracted, and we always do the seva to the Lord. So that's why they do Abhishek to Krishna. As we do Abhishek to Krishna, our soul gets purified. On Janmashtami day, everyone does Abhishek to Krishna. As we know that Abhishek just happened Janmashtami hadn't happened recently. We may go to a temple on that day, and we can see that in Madura, I mean in Vrindavan and places, holy places, they do Abhishekam to Krishna on Janmashtami day. So like this, the gopis and Nanda Maharaj, when they heard that Krishna was saved from the great demon witch Puthana, they're very happy that they were very happy because nothing happened to Krishna, and everyone